just trying to bring Nick in. Let's see what happens here. Let's see. Let me see what's going on here. Let me get Nick up here real quick. Everyone, if you're watching Social Chatter, this is Christian Karasevich, and we'll be starting here in a second. We're just getting everybody set up. As you know, with live streaming, there are often technical glitches that you do have to deal with, and we're just trying to get everyone brought in. So if you bear with us, we really appreciate that. So we're going to we'll bring Dorian and we'll bring Nick. So just let me get everybody set up here. So 1 second. So let me bring Nick in one more time. Dorian, give me 1 second. Let me see what happened here. I'm going to hang up with you, actually. We're going to bring Nick in a second. Let me get you both.
All right, I'm here. All right, try it again.
Okay, I got you. There we go. We got Nick. What's going on, Nick? We're actually live on Facebook.
All right.
Up. And I'm going to have a lot of background noise, actually,
Hi,
tonight.
Dorian.
Hey, how are you, Nick? Nice
Doing
to meet
well.
you.
So
Nice
we should
to
be
meet you
lined
as
up
well.
on Facebook, by the way. I'm just trying to get everything configured real quickly here. And there is going to be, I think, as I mentioned, there's going to be some background noise. Unfortunately, nothing I can do about that part. Given my location tonight.
Oh, okay.
Where are you?
Yeah.
I'm actually in a Starbucks right now.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So.
Well, you may be able to mute in between, though, correct?
Yeah, I could probably do that, yeah.
That would probably be best because it is really loud.
Yeah, it's kind of funny. There wasn't anybody here, and all of a sudden, they got kind of packed. So
Okay.
we'll see what we can do here. But just give me 1 second.
All
Let
right.
me get everybody set up.
I like your choice of shirt, Nick.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate
Color.
that.
I like orange. It looks orange from where I'm sitting. Is it more peach or more
It's
orange?
more. Yeah, I think somebody called it salmon earlier today.
Oh,
but
well, that's a good color too.
Oh, well, thank you.
Yeah.
It is a pleasure to meet you. I do want to introduce our guest tonight is Dorian, and make sure that I get this correct, Dorian. It's Dorian Morin-van.
Okay, you want me to say it?
Yes, I would like you to say it. I don't want to screw it up.
It's Doreen Morin-van. It's Doreen.
Doreen.
It's okay. Doreen. It's
Yeah.
It's the
Okay.
Dutch spelling of Doreen. So
Okay. I
causes
like that.
confusion. It's been in the U.S. 29 years, and you know, it is what it is.
It's still causing confusion. Okay.
Yes.
All right. And tell us a little bit about yourself. Are you also a social media marketer?
I am. I'm a social media marketer. I live in Myrtle Beach, South Carolina, and Chris and I met up at Social Media Marketing World in March, and then met up again last week in Lima, Ohio for Social Media Week Lima. So that was really cool. I've been doing this for about 6 years. I work with a lot of local businesses. A lot of brick and mortar businesses that need people to come in, restaurants and, service company. And that's kind of been my specialty. And while I've been working with them, as things progress, realize they need video. And so now I'm also doing video coaching because a lot of business owners are really afraid to be in front of the camera, don't really understand how to do it and how to get over that fear. And so I'm working with them, recorded videos as well as, Facebook Live, and teaching them how to do that and how to use that to brand their business and to grow their community and to really reach out to potential customers and clients through video.
Excellent. That's fantastic. And yes, video is, and naturally video is being difficult for us tonight. Christian, I'm only seeing the social media marketing talk show.
Oh, there you are.
There you go, Nick. Actually, everything should be up now.
Oh, there you are. Okay, I do see you now, finally. All right.
And let's bring Dorian up, actually.
Yeah, let's bring her up. Man, my camera looks like I'm extra close again tonight. Oh, well.
Yeah, me too, I think. Do I need to move back?
Maybe to your left, I guess.
Yeah, if you move back just a tad bit, Doreen, it was, yeah, that's good.
That's good?
Yeah, if you move back a little bit, it looks good. I think I just need a better webcam. But, so Christian, Nick, I don't want to waste any time here.
I was going to say everybody's camera, in my opinion, I think everybody looks fantastic tonight.
Okay. All right. Let's, shall we jump right in?
Yeah, let's do that. Yeah, let's go and do that. And just, I guess if you want to, maybe just let me get these topics pulled up. But maybe mention to everybody, if they're watching, encourage them to share.
We really appreciate, we've got Barb Tomlin watching, we've got Mo Lilienthal watching live right now, so we really appreciate that. We appreciate you guys being patient with our technical. My technical director is in a Starbucks, and I'm probably going to chastise him for it later. He's probably going to get docked in pay for this, and but we're going to power through this, and hopefully you'll be able to in between you'll be able to mute some, Christian.
Yeah, I'll do my best on that.
Or if those are teenagers in the background, maybe you could scream at them like an angry old man.
Yeah.
That would be good too. So Doreen is with us tonight, another of the social media marketers. You guys met at Social Media Marketing World. Did you guys meet there in 2016, Doreen?
No, just this year. I was there in 2015 and in 2017, and we actually met at a VIP party for Tailwind. And we got to talking, and then I realized that Christian was also going to be speaking in Lima, Ohio, so it was kind of nice to reconnect.
Excellent. And so I missed you by a year. I went to Social Media Marketing World 2016.
Okay.
So I missed you by a year. And I think Christian and I crossed paths while we were there in 2016. And we do this show tonight on the eve of Social Media Day. We've got some friends who are certainly making their way to different social media days. Tomorrow, I know friend Mitch Jackson is in San Diego. Many others have gone from the San Diego event this year to many people spending time at the Denver event, as I understand it.
I know. I have some friends that are there as well in Denver, and then I think there's a big one in Florida as well. Is that correct?
Is that the Jacksonville one?
I think so, one, yes.
Yeah, I've heard that one, and then we've got, I think Vincent Orlek is doing Social Media Day Phoenix, or he's going to be active in that, or has been in the past. I don't know if he's active this year. So it's a big day, and we've got lots of little social media news items to cover tonight. And I'm going to jump right in. We've got kind of a vast array of things, from Snapchat to multiple Facebook topics, some YouTube, and some Instagram tonight. So the first one, I think we'll just go as Christian sent the topics to us today in order. The first one was designing a custom geofilter this is for Snapchat, and this comes from Snap Inc. It came out yesterday, and they're now allowing you. They've now got the capabilities where you can design a custom geofilter from your phone. And I think this is cool. They say each day Snapchatters submit tens of thousands of geofilter designs for their engagements, weddings, parties, vacations, graduations, etc. Starting yesterday, they made it easier to design a custom Snapchat filter. you can now create the filters right in the Snapchat app, which I think has been a long time coming, really, in my personal view. You can create it right in the app. You can customize them with many of the same creative tools available to decorate your regular snaps. To get started, you simply tap on On-Demand Geofilters in the settings to check out the new mobile creative studio. And I'm going to post this over in the Facebook feed. And Doreen, what are your thoughts on this? Are you a regular user of Snapchat?
I am not. My children are. I have 4 teenagers. 3 of them are on Snapchat, and I purposely kind of stayed away from that. I mean, I can make my way around. I don't necessarily feel like I need to be on there when they're on there. But I did notice, I was at the high school a couple of weeks ago, because we've been out for a month already. We're in South Carolina and school's been out for a while. But I was there one of the last days of school, and I noticed they had election for next year's school president, vice president, whatever. And the kids they had bought filters, and they were using filters to get votes from other kids on Snapchat. I thought that was pretty cool.
That's pretty cool.
To kind of see, and I think this process will make it a lot easier for just anybody to use it. Correct? And it's easy to pay from your phone. It's easy to get it approved quicker. And I think they'll probably see a lot more people using it. I updated mine, I thought, but I couldn't find it on my phone. And I have to say, like I said, I'm not a regular user of Snapchat. So it might have been hidden somewhere.
Yeah, and they've had quite a few changes, quite a few updates in the last couple of months. So I did look at that
map. I did look at that Snap Map update, and that was scary. I had my daughter sit with me, and she's 16, and none of my friends, I guess all my friends are adults, had it turned on, but on her phone, she had that turned on, and we, for a couple hours, we sat and watched one afternoon, and she followed her friends from the mall to the movies to the store, all the way home, and that's scary.
That's scary, and had it been we just didn't have a show last week, as you guys were in Ohio, so we didn't have a show, and we probably would have covered that, turning it to ghost mode, and I think that's especially important for children and young girls who could have the risk for stalkers and things like that, and how to shut that off, I think, is very important. So I'm glad that you actually sat there with your daughter and showed that to her.
Yeah. Well, actually, neither of us had it turned on, so we kind of did the research. We activated the map, and then by default it's on. So we both turned it off, turned it to ghost mode. We went over location checking again, just to make sure location services are turned off for all of our apps, and kind of went over the safety again, especially now that she is a driver and she's out by herself. And, definitely those are conversations that have to happen.
They do.
Ongoing.
And I think that was a particularly bad rollout by Snapchat, because the default shouldn't have had it on. The default should have been off.
Yeah.
But nonetheless, this design, the settings have changed significantly, and finding the settings is a little bit difficult than it used to be. So, Christian, tell me your thoughts on designing a custom filter. Custom geofilter. What do you think?
The first thing I want to mention to everyone is that in order to get this, you have to update your Snapchat app to the latest version. So it's not just something that all of a sudden they have this switch that's there. You have to update the app to get this. Do that from your app store. Go to updates. But what I wanted to say about this, I actually think, I think this is actually going to be a really big update. Reason why is because Apple is even advertising this now on their homepage. So if you happen to go to iTunes, for instance, and you log in, they have banners that rotate at the top. And I think in this case, I think because Apple is even advertising it, that would be that gives me strong encouragement that this is something that's going to definitely stick around. I also like the mobile play here. I'm kind of surprised that Snapchat didn't say, hey, let's do the mobile thing first, but maybe they want to kind of get users used to it. I'll say this: everybody's really down on Snapchat, against it in a negative way. But I think that Snapchat's doing a lot of things right. They're starting to put their ads manager in place. They're starting to put business manager in place. They're now adding the maps feature, which, if I'm a business, it doesn't apply to me at the moment, but it will, I think. And then now they're putting out this, ability to do custom geofilters from mobile. I think you're really starting to lay the groundwork for Snapchat to start to monetize their platform a lot better than they are currently. People, when Facebook, had the same issue, like when they first IPO'd, a number of years ago, people were like, hey, Facebook's, they need to figure out mobile. And what did? They figured out mobile, and they're making ridiculous amounts of money off of that. Snapchat, same type thing I think is going to happen.
I agree. I mean, I think they're making a lot of good moves. I do think things that affect privacy, such as the Snap Map, when they roll it out, I think that should be on a default on off. When it's affecting privacy and safety and things like that. But I do think they're making some great moves overall. I think this is a long time coming. As far as I think it's a long time coming that you can make a geofilter in the app.
Yes.
Yeah.
So
and it's easy too, because they're taking, here's the other thing, they're taking the guesswork out of this, and they're keeping it very simple. When you want to do Facebook ads, there are so many different screens that you have to go through. Not to knock any platform whatsoever, but Snapchat, I mean, you want to run geofilters, it's very easy to set one up. They give you most of the creative all right there to do, and they're $6. So
that's right. That's right. Very inexpensive. Depending on how long you want to run it and where you want to run it, the price will obviously go up. Okay, let's move on. I know you've got a hard deadline tonight, and we've got quite a few topics tonight. So let's move on to this next story. Is Facebook is releasing a new app for YouTube-like creators, and this comes from Mashable, and I'm not sure what day this came out. This came out about 6 days ago. Facebook wants more video, so it's releasing a new app just for creators. The company announced at the annual online video conference, VidCon, which was last week. And one of our former guests, Nicola Bood, was there and said it was. I mean, it looked like a lot of fun. So it's in part an update to Facebook Mentions, which is an app that's currently available to verified accounts on the social network, and that generally includes celebrities, online influencers, journalists, etc. I've never gotten my account verified, so I'm not on Facebook Mentions. And Mentions is where Facebook first released Facebook Live back in August of 2015. It provides sort of a lighter version of Facebook with a following tab, a trending tab, and a mentions tab. This new app to be released later this year will be focused on the creator or Facebook product director. Daniel Danker announced during the Future Facebook video channel VidCon. There's never been a better time to be a creator on Facebook. With Facebook, we can connect and create community with your audience, tell stories that are social, personal, and authentic. It's eventually getting into a big push for being more of a YouTube-like destination for users come to watch video, and that includes Facebook making an effort to recruit more YouTube-like stars and allowing them to make a high-quality, engaging video, and hopefully. So, I think this is something that is probably needed. I certainly
There's
wish
good out there. All around us.
Background there, Christian?
You just have to look. With these. And with this.
Yeah, let me figure out how to. It's one of those,
we can help
videos.
with a fresh pair of disposable contact lenses every day.
Is that the background, or is that that video?
There's good out there. All around us.
Maybe
You just have to look. With these.
That.
Go ahead.
And with
yeah.
this.
There you go.
We can help.
So this is. I think this is a good mix for Facebook. I just wish they would roll it out to everybody. Can you hear all that noise, Doreen?
Yeah, I can hear all that noise too. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, let me see what I can do, guys.
Do you have a headset? That would cancel some of that noise.
The setup we're using, we actually can't do that.
Oh, dang.
Actually, I don't actually have. Well, I actually have headphones. I just don't have the. Sorry, I don't have headphones with me. Actually.
Yeah.
I was expecting all the loud noise. Hold on one second. Let me see what I can do here.
Is it?
I agree with you. I mean, I wish they would roll it out to everybody, but when Facebook Live came out to mention, I was kind of watching Maury Smith and some of, Peg Fitzpatrick, some of the people that I follow in the social media marketing sphere, and they were using it. They were kind of trying out Facebook Live, different ideas. They had shows, and it was fun to watch and kind of see what they did with it. They are kind of the thought leaders and the influencers, and then I was excited that it came to us. And even when it was available to a lot of people, it still took a little while to catch on because people didn't really know what to do with it. So I think the Video Creators app, I think what they're going to do there is let the really creative people kind of go run with it. And they probably will adjust some things, maybe add some features and do some new things and work out all the kinks. And I would believe that, especially like the thing that I liked about it is like, let you put an intro and an outro and, do things, make it easier for people who aren't very technical, which is somebody like me. I see the whole setup that you guys have for the show and I'm going, I'm just using my phone and going live. That's all I'm doing, So for somebody like me who is not that technical, who doesn't have all the equipment, being able to go to an app like that, throw in the intro, throw in the outro, have a little thing underneath, that says my name, bring in a guest, and being able to use just the app to do all the things that you guys now have all this equipment for, that's amazing. I'm excited for that, and I would trust Facebook to work out all the kinks and then bring it to the public. That's what I believe that will happen.
I agree. I'd like to see that happen. I think you and I are the same mind here. Let us all play with the creator toys immediately. And you're exactly right. What we do, what we use to set up this show, if we could do it, we could get 3 people on live right through Facebook Live. I mean, we just got the 2-person version from mobile, but if we could get 3 and do it live right in Facebook, then we don't need the third-party application.
Right. And I think that is what Facebook wants. Facebook wants to cut out the third-party application. Already, that was another update that's coming. They were talking about that the third, how when you use a third-party app to schedule something to Facebook, there's an update that's coming. When you do that, I think it's July 17. That's the date that sticks to mind. But you're not going to be able to edit what you put out. So say there's a link, 5 ways to tie your shoe. You can't change that title anymore once you put it and schedule it. Once you go, once that update comes out, they don't want you to use third-party apps to schedule anything to Facebook. Really, what they're saying is use our own platform. And so some of these other changes are, to me, indicating the same thing, that they want you to use Facebook natively. They want you to be on there and create the videos. They want you to be on there and create the content. And so everything that they're doing, I think, is gearing towards that.
That's right. I think that's accurate. And it surprises me that they've been so slow with the rollout of some of these things.
Well,
we're getting notifications from people here that they're getting really bad echoes. Jennifer Latour, Bonnie Frank, Barb Tomlin, all feeling some really bad, or hearing some really bad echoes. Is anybody else getting a bad echo? I'm getting some background noise, but I'm not getting an echo.
I'm totally muted, guys, so I don't think it would be coming in.
Are your kids going wild at your home, Doreen? Or are they?
No. The kids. No, I am. You can see the lock on my door. If you do the widescreen, you can see it. I've got my door locked over there. Nobody's coming in.
And Morris is saying that I sound like Darth Vader, which I got to tell you, Morris, that sounds pretty cool to me. I kind of want to keep that going. but I'm having no background noise here. So
I can still hear Christian's background noise, even if he's muted. I can hear the stuff that's going on in the Starbucks.
That's where I'm thinking it's coming from. So I'm not sure.
That's interesting, guys.
Yeah, maybe you're muted, Christian, but there's still noise coming from Starbucks.
And Barb thinks it's coming from my connection, although I'm not sure how I can figure out where it's pretty quiet here in my place. Anyway, let's try and move on, and we'll try and wrap it up a little.
Yeah.
Such terrible connections tonight. Bear with us, folks. We're going to move on to the next one here. Facebook is now, let's see, we're going to go on to the fourth topic, which is Facebook now lets advertisers add product videos and prices to dynamic ad campaigns. This is pretty cool. This is from Marketing Land. Summer may have just started, but Facebook's already giving advertisers a head start on their fall shopping campaigns. Already a showcase for brand product catalogs, Facebook is making its shopper targeting dynamic ad format more of a showpiece. Advertisers use dynamic ads to retarget people who visit their sites or use their apps can now add videos and product prices to their campaigns. Advertisers will be able to swap out standard static product images for product videos. The idea is the videos might do a better job of highlighting a product's features and piquing people's interest. Advertisers can also choose to feature a product's actual price or to tease a discounted price by having the ad display the percentage discount or the discounted price with the original price struck out. Prices will appear as an overlay atop the ad. And I'm going to go ahead and post this because I think it's one of those that people see a little bit more. Barb's having a hard time with the noise, giving her a headache. We understand, Barb. So topic 4. What do you think about this, Doreen?
Well, when I first was active on Pinterest, maybe 5-6 years ago, a lot of pins had these prices on there. So it reminds me a little bit of what Pinterest did. Pinterest ended up taking those off. But that's kind of initially what it reminded me of. I like it. If I'm going to be retargeted for something that I looked at, so maybe I looked at a Christmas sweater that I want to buy for my son. It's September. Then I'm like, well, I don't really want to buy it yet. It's September. Maybe he'll change his mind. But if it comes back to Facebook, now that same sweater that I looked at, they're going to give me a discount, or they're going to, drop the price because I didn't actually buy it. If that's the case, if that's what they're doing, they're retargeting to me and they're saying, we'll come back and buy it now, and it's going to be 10% off or 20% off. I think that's great for the consumer. I'm all for that. I mean, I work on Facebook. I'm on Facebook. If I'm doing shopping and, I get an opportunity to get that, I'm all for that. It doesn't necessarily bother me. I understand how that works. I like it. And I think videos, again, do better. You can showcase a product much better with a video, how it works, what it does, especially technical stuff, maybe not so much clothes, but depending on what it is, I think that can work really well.
Yeah, I agree. I think this could. I like to look at if it's something more complex. I think you pointed that out really well. If it's something more complex rather than clothes or some sort of an electronic, something that I'm already kind of know what I'm getting because I've already done some research on it. If this is a new product that I have done no research on, then I think that video would be able to show me maybe a little bit more of the versatility of the product and allow me to get a better idea of what it is. And you're right, if they retarget me and they're showing me a price, and maybe now the next time I get it, it's got the discounted price in there, and there's a good chance I might be changing my mind about the product.
Yeah.
Christian, what are your thoughts?
So I got to say, this reminds me a lot. By the way, I'm sorry. By the way, I want to apologize to everybody. I'm sorry about the audio issues we're having tonight. I forgot my headphones, and so therefore all we have is my mic. But basically, what I want to say about this is, and sincerely, I apologize to everybody. What I want to say about this feature is I really like this. This reminds me of the, I want to see, I think we talked about this a couple weeks ago, Nick, about Messenger and how you could run ads that would target somebody and dump them into Messenger. You vaguely remember that?
Yeah, vaguely.
And you could dump them into like a part of the funnel, and we were really excited about that. I am really excited about this for sure, because this is basically building upon that feature to be able to drive somebody down the funnel towards buying a product, towards learning more about a product first, to then, teasing them about certain things. I was reading through this, you can tease a discounted price, for instance. I love the idea of that. Amazon does that all the time with things. You look on something on Amazon, and Amazon will actually send you an email if an item you've purchased happened to be, essentially you've looked at it, maybe you didn't buy it. They would show you maybe a discounted price by email to buy a product. And so I like this direction that Facebook is going. Now, another thing that's really, a couple of things actually are really fascinating about this. One is Facebook's adding the ability to choose shapes for overlays. So this way, everybody, here's the thing. I love the idea of keeping everything kind of the same for everybody, but I also like the fact that giving you, when you're selling something, some options to choose from on what kind of really fits with your brand or what you're selling. So they're giving you different shapes, rectangles, circles, triangles to work with, font, text color, background color, don't go crazy basically, but you still get options. And the other thing I think that is really unique about this is, in the last line underneath the image that is there, and it says, to add product videos and or prices to a dynamic ad campaign, you must use Facebook's advertising API or the Business Manager tool. So this is a two-headed play here. They're, one, trying to get retailers to use Facebook ads more, but at the same time, they want you to use Business Manager, and a lot of people have been very resistant to Business Manager because of its complexities and whatnot. So this is...
I'm one of them. I'm one of them.
I have a lot of clients I work with issues like this.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm all for this.
Yeah, I
think this is. I think it's good. I think it's another step in the right direction and beneficial to the business user to get an idea how this works. Let's do one last topic for tonight, Christian, so that we're not blowing out people's ears. I thank you, Mo, for sticking around with us and listening to me sound like Darth Vader, which I got to tell you, I'm still pretty happy about that turnout tonight. Let's do the YouTube now. This is interesting to me. I hope you guys find it as well. But we'll wrap it up with this one and one tool for you tonight. We've got YouTube now dynamically adapts different aspect ratios. So this comes from Next Web, and let me post this as topic 5. Topic 5 here.
While Nick's posting that, I just want to tell everybody, we do have some other topics. We will put those in a blog post recap that we will send out to everybody. So if you go to, we'll put it up on the Facebook page, but if you want to get it earlier, you could just go to socialchefs.com/subscribe. Sign up there. That'll get you on the newsletter list, and I'll send it out to you tomorrow.
Excellent. And so this is, there are some new things at YouTube. This comes from the Next Web. Commenters, as many people like to say, commenters like to call people out on more than shooting a vertical video, but they dislike vertical video for the most part because of the way that it comes out on YouTube. And so while YouTube has been able to play vertical video in the full screen mode for a couple of years now, the update allows the app to better display vertical video in the mini player. So meaning you can scroll down and view comments or related videos. In fact, YouTube says video will dynamically adapt to whatever size you choose to watch it in. So other aspect ratios will see an improvement as well, such as watching a video on a 3:2 ratio tablet. So this is interesting, and I recommend people take a click on that link, take a look at the video that plays in here and how they're going to have the ratio adjusting when you're in the app. So
actually, Nick, if they look at the current video, actually, we have an animated GIF showing you some different examples.
Oh, is it working good? Okay,
yeah, it's actually pretty slick.
Okay. and then let's go ahead and what are your thoughts on this, Doreen?
Oh, I like it. I mean, one of the biggest things that I've struggled with is people watch video vertically on their phone. I see it all the time. People record it like that. Business owners, they want to get, especially if they're having product, work with people at a retail store and they're closed. And they'll take a video of somebody, vertically. And I'm like, no, you've got to do it horizontally. And, if they have already made the video and they've tried it 5 times and they're busy in their store, I'm like, just give me the video. It's better done than perfect, right? That's
absolutely.
So this will help those that, especially spur-of-the-moment things or videos or people that are out in nature and they see something and, you might not, it's that. I think it's going to help for that action video that you're like, oh my gosh, something is happening. Let me grab this video. My son was catching a fish. I'm used to, doing it horizontally, but, somebody who's not used to doing video all the time might catch an awesome video, but hold it the wrong way. So I think this is a great update for just the regular Joe who's out there shooting video on the street and has value, but hasn't really been given that value. So I think it's a great update. I still cringe. I won't call people out on it, but I like the update. I like what it's going to do.
Yeah, I do too. And I mean, this is a lot of people make some really good content on Snapchat in vertical that could be repurposed and uploaded to YouTube, and it's just not, and they just won't do it because it doesn't look as good on YouTube. So I think this might give them the chance to repurpose some of that video.
Yep.
Christian, what are your thoughts?
I will say this, as far as video goes, I mean, you really have to, it's kind of the same thing with people when they say, hey, like when they say, they say, how long does a blog post need to be? It needs to be as long or in a format. In this case, it needs to be in a format that will help convey, what you're trying to show people. And in the case of vertical video, I actually really like this implementation because I could see, somebody maybe doing almost like a reveal of certain things to kind of encourage people to play with the different aspect ratios, because certain topics work well in vertical, certain ones work better in horizontal. So just part of it is just understanding your equipment and saying, well, what am I shooting and what's going to capture the best perspective of that. I mean, that's why when you watch if you watch a feature film, it's very similar. You see different styles. People shoot feature films with iPhones. People shoot them with very expensive cameras. They shoot them with IMAX cameras. They shoot them with all these different cameras because it gives people a different feeling when they're watching the video. I would say overall, I'm glad that YouTube is finally doing this, and I actually like the implementation from what I see.
So, can you give us our one tool, and we'll wrap it up for the night?
Sure, absolutely. Let me pull that tool up real quick for everybody. So tonight's tool is called Legend, and it is an app for animating text in your video as well as your GIFs. So what you can basically do is this. You can overlay the text on your mobile device into a video, into an animated GIF, and they have a lot of really, really great things, great piece of text. Again, kind of what Dorian said here, your video, your content you create, it does not have to be perfect. And so if you're looking, for instance, to make your video stand out more, add some animation to the text. And you don't have to be a video editor to be able to do this. This app is, a couple bucks, and it works very, very, very well. They've got a lot of different animation styles. You can change filters, backgrounds, add text, and then share them by your social media channels. So they're fantastic. So
very cool.
So that is the tool for today. Does anybody use this one actually?
I have not used it.
I haven't either, but I was looking for something like that a while back. There was a project I was working on with a client, and I don't remember, but I think I downloaded 4 or 5 free apps to try to overlay text on a video, and none of them worked. So I deleted them, and I didn't pay for them, and I was ready to pay for one, and I ended up taking the movie and exporting it to iMovie and doing something in there. But I would like to be able to get something on my phone if I have a quick video, that I need to do that too. So I'm going to download Legend. How much is it? Do you know?
It's $2.
A couple dollars?
$2.
Okay. I'll probably download it and play with it. That's awesome, because I think more and more people will be looking for that, to add, because a lot of videos, you want to attract attention, and people like captions, people like to watch it and not hear the sound. So if you can get their attention by putting, stuff on there that's, text on there, that would be great.
Absolutely.
I agree. Yeah, I think that's awesome. Well, everybody, thank you so much, Doreen. Thanks. You've been you've really been a trooper with us through our technical difficulties. We appreciate that. Thank you, everybody who stuck around. Mo and Barb, we appreciate it. Carlos Phoenix is here with us. We've got looks like Patricia Murray was here, and we really appreciate all those who hung out with us tonight. And we're sorry for the technical issues and the background noise. I can assure you that Christian his pay is going to be docked, and I'm going to have him sit in the corner after this for a while and think about what he's done. But we really appreciate everybody.
Here's the other thing about social, by the way, guys. It's all about experimentation, and in this case, we experimented with live video in Starbucks. I will say this: I would say it doesn't work very well, even if I went 1 hour before they close. So who knows? I guess everybody.
All right. Well, now you know, and let's all take note of that.
Yeah, let's all take note of not to do live video in a Starbucks. we now know this.
Well, thanks for having me, guys. That was really fun, and maybe once we figure it all out, I can come back in a couple of months.
Definitely, yeah.
We'd love for you to come back. We'd love for you to come back. Thank you so much.
All right.
We'll see you all later, and just a couple of quick screens for everybody. For those of you who want to connect with us, just check us out. We're at Social Chefs on all of our social media channels. And then also, if you want to, we're going to have, we have a show next week. It'll be at 9 p.m. Nick, I don't think you're going to be on, but we'll have the show next week at 9 p.m. So we will see everyone later on. So we'll have a blog post recap. Thanks a lot, guys.
Thank you.